Hello. So I'm pulling all these berries off because I'm going to freeze them, and then eventually when I have time I'm going to be making some elderberry syrup for the winter, for cold and flu season. Elderberries are great at preventing cold and flu, and creating decoctions and syrups is a really nice way for people to take the medicine. I find it's pretty pleasant, especially for children. I like the tincture too, but I think of the syrup and the decoction and the tincture as multiple levels of defense during cold and flu season. And so, in order to make an herbal syrup, you're gonna have to make an herbal decoction first. So what you do is you fill your pot with elderberries, fresh or frozen, doesn't matter. And then you're going to fill that pot with water. And then you're going to bring your pot of berries and water to a boil. Once the water is boiling, you are going to give it a stir and reduce it to a simmer, and simmer that pot for 10 to 15 minutes. Then you can turn off the heat, put a lid on the pot, and let that steep 7 to 8 hours or overnight. In the morning, I take my potato masher and I mash the berries, give them a good mashing, and then I strain out the berries and compost them. And I often will double strain my liquid just to make sure I get out all the tiny bits. So I use a tightly woven handkerchief or something like that, a dishcloth, and I double strain the liquid, and then I put the liquid back in the pot and I slowly simmer that liquid until it's been reduced by half. When it's been reduced by half, so that takes, it's low and slow, you take a while to do that and stirring it occasionally. And once you've done that, you've created an herbal decoction. You can create a double decoction if you want to reduce the liquid to a quarter of what it originally was. Herbal decoctions are a great way because it's strengthening the infusion that you made. So if you don't want to make a syrup, you can make an herbal decoction and keep that in your fridge. You can help stabilize the decoction by adding a tablespoon of brandy or a little bit of vodka, or even some elderberry tincture that you might have on hand that you don't mind putting in there. And I'll put the exact recipe in the description so you don't have to think about amounts, and I don't have to think about amounts while I'm talking.